Cheap trick. Oh, okay. These are the Jamo C93s in dark apple, the finish. They come in white, black, and dark apple. And the black ones are only $230. And these, $250. And the white one's $250. And these are without a doubt the prettiest speakers I've ever reviewed. I know. People's opinions differ. I've had some pretty speakers in the past, but these are certainly the prettiest that I've ever reviewed. The covers are not magnetic. There's actually a plastic ring that just snaps in around the... Get on there, you bastard. And when you do that, well, then it's just an ominous shape. I do much prefer the exposed driver because unlike the RBH here, which I've just reviewed and I'm not sure which order these are being released in, where these have that just little bit different sound that I like, they're ugly. They're smaller, but they're ugly. Some might find them beautiful. The white driver, the phase plug. Oh, look, here's a phase plug. Look, here's a fucking Jamo phase plug. I bought these obviously because of the previous review I did of the Jamo C601s, which when I bought them, they were nearly out of stock, and by the time I released the video, they were out of stock. Well, guess what? When I bought these, there was 5 left in stock on Amazon. Now there's 2 left in stock on Amazon. There's a couple more on the other colors, but they're probably going to go away. And it's certainly, when this video is over and it's released to the patrons, they're going to buy them and they'll be out of stock again. I can't win. Why, Jamo? Why? By the way, these are upside down because Zeos needs them to be the tweeters lower, so for down. And that's the only way where it says Jamo is there on the side in a sticker of chrome, all lowercase. So you could peel that off if you really felt like it. Can I just... You could leave just a tweeter covered if you like. I'm okay with that look, sort of. My blind is broken. I'm okay with that look. The box is a rectangle. When you get back here, you get this beautiful little bevel in. For whatever reason, I just had to do it. This says Jamo, so it's bespoke. The port is huge. The stuffing is real. Here's a wall hanger. I've got these silver binding posts, which I haven't seen because it's definitely them. Jamo is owned by Klipsch, by the way. Unique, unnecessary, because you're never going to cover them. They don't even show the screws. It's just all here. Now, according to the website, this is a 6.5. I don't believe it. It doesn't look 6.5. This is a 5 1/4. Maybe I'll give it 6. I'll give this a 6. And it's beautiful. You could see the crisscross and then the weave. And it's not some sort of fancy, you know, carbon fiber. It's just the prettiest fucking driver ever. The tweeters are mounted to a suspension, so they get this Is that tasty? They get this waveguide around it. It's very, you know, you can see it's back there. It's not sticking out. And this suspension around it is literally flexible. You can touch it and move it because the tweeter is floating out. It's not solid. And I'm sure there's some wacky goddamn things that they'll say about it. It's like, oh, that's what goes, this does this and this. I have to tell you how these sound because I'm done with better. Which speakers are better? Zeos, I got $221.8. Which speakers are better? Stop. Zeos is done with better. You need to be done with better. You have to understand, if I review something and I like it, it's not bad. It will not upset you. I could give you those for free, or these for free, or those for free. These are all exceptional things. What works best for you, that's what we need to figure out. Home theater. Well, RBHs here are only at 5 1/4, so they don't quite get to the massive volume I like, but they do need you to cut off the low end so they don't chuff. So it's okay if you got a subwoofer. Relax, relax. However, these are more complete speaker than the RBH, because they can go down as low as you need them to go, all on their own, without a sub, without distortion, and because it's a giant driver, they get loud. Yeah! Wow! That's In Excess and Jimmy Barnes laying down the law from the Lost Boys soundtrack. Yes, great movie. Go rent that on Netflix. So apart from being the prettiest speaker that I've ever reviewed, these have the most discernible sound signature of a speaker in this range. I love those. I love those RBH over there. I really do. And my review is basically going to say I probably prefer the sound or respect, but these sound like they were built from the cellos of the Damned. What does that mean? Because even I don't know what that means, and I just said it. You ever seen a giant old cello, you know, violin, something that's got a majesty to it that's like, holy shit, that's like a 600-year-old cello that the forest that it was cut from is probably where, you know, Robin of Locksley was shot down. And these sound like an old wooden instrument. That's the best description I can give you. They have spectacular low end for their size. Up like Buchart low end for their size. And then you listen to the tone of it. And you remember the Cambridge Audio, the SX50s? And those were, like I saw, those are the soothing and relaxing, and they dulled out all the expressions, and you should put them in a spa. Well, these should be their big brother, but instead of, you know, just soothing, they could also, you know, One Punch Man the shit out of everything. They absolutely work in a home theater. 100%. They get loud enough, they are clear enough, they image well enough, and then they get to the, when you shut off the home theater, because I still think that the sharpness of those might, but when you go to just music like I'm on right now, and I'm at full tilt volume on foobar, at 0 on that, with those nailed, so we're at loud. Anything I hit next on is gonna be loud. And I'm not worried that these are gonna blow up. That's 2 NXS songs in a row. That's the odds of that are very, very slim. Because they could take any volume you throw at them. I'm gonna lower that now, because now it's loud for me. The vocals, the sharpness of the tweeter, it's all fucking amazing. I don't want to say perfect anymore. I'm done with the word perfect. But listening to them is sort of like, I want to hear all my music run through this filter. What kind of filter are you running? What kind of DSP are you running? I'm running the Jamo C93 Dark Apple filter on my music, and I want to hear it. I want to hear what does this song sound like? That's Andrea Bocelli. Occhio di fata, denza. Shut up. These would absolutely 100% fit in at an audio show. They'd fit in. I hadn't heard a lot of speakers at the audio show. They sound either very harsh or not different enough from one another. See, that's when you go to an audio, and I went to the one in Denver not this year, but last year. And it was a lot of the same, or it was giant speakers that the treble just killed you. Or it was very different speakers, but it wasn't different and better like the ohms. It was just different, and it was like, ooh, ooh. You know, pickle flavored ice cream, ooh, you know. No, jelly bean ice cream, ooh, but no, pickles. Pickles and hot dog. These have a warmth that makes me want to listen to them more than those. They sound like a giant wooden, that's it. I've been losing this in my brain for weeks. It's a wooden instrument. It's a big wooden... Oh, fuck. Let's put on some Tool as a good contrast to Botticelli. Right there. That's just like... They sound like they're made of a wooden barrel that's like invisible. Here, like a big wooden barrel that's no clipped into the world and then colored invisible. I'm like, what is that warmth? That's what these give you. I think those still, these RBH still, for the imaging and the clarity of that murder tweeter that yet somehow works up close. Oh, we're gonna talk about these on a desk in a second. I want to hear these more. First of all, I'm biased because they're prettier. Well, if you look at my Patreon link in the upper right hand corner, it says support mostly unbiased reviews. Because I'm human. Of course I'm biased. My cat's better than all your cats because fucking look at her. Look at her. Better than everyone else. Where's your tinfoil ball, baby? I want you to play around with it here. Look. Can your cat do this? I bet your cat can't. Your cat would just be uncontrollably running across the floor like a crazy person. Not mine. Mine's better because I'm biased. I want to like these more because they're prettier. But those still sound... I'm going to link those in the description with this. If these are still around, for fuck's sake, buy a set. For your desk. These work on a desk. These work on a desk. These get louder. Those don't get quite as loud. Plus your low end might have a chuffing noise. Low end will never chuff on this. Did you see the size of the port? I could almost fit my remote control in there. I know for a fact the sound demo, just like I said in the other video, the sound demo does not do these justice because I recorded the sound demos beforehand, which allows me to talk about them here. And when I go on Patreon and I'm selling those, because they're smaller, I'm keeping these. Even if I make a goddamn shelf unit out of them, I'm keeping them. They need to be brought out every once in a while. Just like you take a set of headphones out. You know, these headphones, I love, 2000Xs. Female vocals and highs, almost unbeatable. But then you pull out, the X2s and soundstage and low end. And it's like, oh, actually in my case, X1s. These are different enough for me to love them and keep them. And pull them out occasionally. One day I'm going to pull out the boot carts again, put them up here and just go, ah. Then when I'm done with speakers for a while, I'll put back the ohms and be like, ah. And I really need to buy a hotel where I could just set up every room with different audio systems and then never rent it to anyone, just wander around. Oh, fucking opera. Loud opera. See, that's the thing. Home theater, but if I'm a crazy person, I need loud. And ignore those. They're not, we're not talking about those. Not yet. I love how these sound. I love how those sound. I love how those sound. That thing could make better noises. Those is my Emotive Air Motive 6s. Absolutely put them back up here in a bit and just gonna we're going to get to the talking about those. I won't say what they are so you girls can guess in the comments, even though you should know by now. Look at the Vanna2 transparent zeros. Look at them. Look how little and tiny they are. And I love these too. Zeus, you just love everything. Well, if I bought shit or people sent me shit, I tell you it's shit. When it's good, when it's fucking beautiful and sounds different and great, I'm not gonna shit on that. I wanna walk where she is and she won't let me. So yeah, these are an amazing speaker. I wish to God Jamo would get their stock. So like, I need to get a newsletter from them that says, hey, we're introducing this new speaker, and there's more than like 7 of them available on the internet. Because I know you're all watching this video, and I don't know if it's a week after I've made it or a month after I've made it, but they're not gonna be there. They're just gonna out of stock forever, just like the C601s, and that's sad. That's another reason I can't get rid of these, and those are probably $1 million in stock. Go grab them. $225 or $25 less than this. These look $400 more expensive than those, just because of the finish. Oh, by the way, this is like a fingerprint magnet. This matte black. Look at the cut of the edge here, and it's it's thin, like a baboon's face, and it's just, they're art. These are art, and those are speakers that are really shiny. Those could be considered art, but maybe need to gloss coat them a little more. This is gonna be a 70-minute review of me just going and listening to, you know, alright, that's soul coughing. St. Louis is listening. Yes. I don't know, like, we're at a beautiful time in the world. I'm finishing in this sentence. We're at a beautiful time in the world where for $250, which is not a lot of money, it's just like, you know, if I've decided to put speakers in my living room and I want to spend a certain amount, $250 is like, yeah, it's not $700. No one like oh my God, you spent $700. And it's not like 80 where, you know, that's all you have is $80. It's in that perfect little magic range, and there's a whole bunch of nice speakers there that no one should be upset at. There is no Beats of front channel speakers yet, well, there are Bose of front channel speakers, although the 301s and 201s are still interesting, and I might get a pair at some point to look at. But yeah, if these were $450 a pair, I'd be giving the exact same review. They're $250 a pair. Wallpaper download in the description because Best Girls. It's the only show that has both Best Girls. And then Patreon link in the corner if you want to support me being able to buy more shit like this randomly, and hopefully sooner rather than later next time, so I could, you know, you could actually get one. And yeah, sound demo down there too. Gotta figure out where my, hold on, I try to point perfectly in the corner. Patreon link there. Description. I'll get the motions. Belly, 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 belly.